Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Strange Minds 6. I'm your host, Ruby, and today we're going to be getting back into So Much for Love: How I Survived a Toxic Relationship by Sophie Lambda. But before we begin, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and without further ado, my dear friends, grab your snack, grab your drink, or sit back and relax. And let's get to it. I was so lonely. And when emotionally you feel like you're hiking up the side of an erupting volcano in flip-flops, the last thing you need are meaningless attempts at consolation from people who don't give a fuck about you. Been there, done that, you'll get over it. He's hot, but not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. Time heals all wounds, you know? And you know she thinks she coined that. Meh, plenty more fish in the sea. That's hilarious. Let's celebrate with a can of gasoline and some matches. Albert Einstein once said, "Life is like a bicycle. You have to keep moving forward, not to lose your balance." Yeah, I don't think you'll be winning the Nobel Peace Prize yet, buddy. You're better off alone than with the wrong person. Right you are there, Sherlock. That's just like, you know? Okay, either we bounce here, or I puke all over this douche. What's with all these assholes? We're not trying to get over a breakup. We're trying to recover from the plague. You simple-minded idiots. Then, when I wasn't the one finding others unbearable, they were finding me unbearable. Because it's all I ever talked about, and not in the most constructive way. I never suspected a thing. I'm such a loser. Who the hell is that whack job? I don't know. Come on, let's go home. You're pestering total strangers. Trying to get out a bit didn't help much. Whoa, you don't look so good. Good luck, girl. Thanks, Fredok. You too. To watch my shows, smoke my smokes, and eat croissants. Nothing else. Had I been a hard drug enthusiast, I would have overdosed, I'm telling you. I was the worst possible version of myself. You know, that smoking your brains out at home all by yourself and stuffing your face with croissants doesn't actually make you feel better, right? Shut up. I would drive myself crazy with questions. Why all the mixed signals? And when he blew up because of me, what had I done? I thought I was trying to help us thrive. I am crazy, he's right. But I did love him more than my own self. I don't have a clue, which made me feel naked and defenseless. I can't go on like this. Nothing could help, not even my real friends. Hey, Ben. Hey, girly girl, you need to get out. Why don't you come over for fondue tomorrow? It'll just be us. Leah. Hey, gorgeous. Come on, let's go play bullies in the rain. Fun. Martha. Can I call you? Come over. We'll talk about poop if you want. Angela. Hearts. One day I got a message from my friend Lulu, which resonated more than the others. Lucille, sweetie, I know things suck right now, and that you're at the end of your rope. And yes, all the words that could help you have already been said, and it wasn't enough. I wish I could come up with something original that would set you free, but I don't have that power. If you want to recover your freedom, your joy, and your self-confidence, in other words, that has to happen inside you. You'll recover your sense of self. I know you will. In the meantime, it's a path you have to travel alone. Accept your sadness. We're all right here for you. We're wrapping arms of love around you, and we'll be waiting for you at the finish line with a towel. Think about that when you wake up tomorrow. You're wonderful and you're loved by a bunch of nice people and good people. Remember that. Hugs and kisses. Could the solution to my problems come from other people? That sure would be convenient. But it's rarely the case, except when you need sugar for your pound cake. Lucille was right. This was a battle I had to fight alone. The truth is, I didn't understand anything myself, so how could others help me heal? I needed to understand. It was vital. I was in free fall and I needed answers. Hey there, buddy. I made a pound cake. Patricia, psychiatrist. She knocks on the door and cries to the psychiatrist, "Hello, please come in." I went and got help. That was the first step. Just talking about your problems brings comfort, Kama said. I'm usually a pretty strong person. I think about things all the time. I question everything. When I have an existential headache, I stop. I analyze, I identify the problem. But with this, I just feel clueless. I finally figured out that I needed to leave him. But why have I hit rock bottom like this? I left him so I should be feeling better, but instead I feel like I'll never get over this. There's gotta be a reason for this, right? Something tangible? I'm at a total loss. Call from Damien. Hey, how's tricks? How about an escape room Sunday? What's wrong? You don't like escape rooms? Damien, I moved to Paris from my boyfriend 3 weeks ago. I had to leave him for my own sanity, and now he's calling me every name in the book. I just now left my shrink's office. Seriously, what the hell happened? Have you ever heard of Marcus Rackamere? What? He was your boyfriend? Have you ever heard? Listen, I'm having people over for drinks tomorrow. Stop by, we'll talk. Okay, he, asked me not to tell anyone we were together. Ha, I don't doubt that for a second. The next day, what's up, stinky head? Hey, should I ask if you're alright? Nope. Let's go out on the balcony. Louise? As soon as I saw her standing there, all smiling and approachable, I started to subtle questions all the nasty things Marcus had said about her. She cheated on me for months, then dropped me like a sack of shit. Fucked Psychology's magazine. She destroyed me. Vanity fake. She's a whack job. The girl is pure evil. Stay away from her. Total narcissist. Don't worry. You you're okay talking to me? Sure. Damien told me about it. We thought we might have some things to share with you. And Marcus told me about you too. Marcus? You guys still talk? He avoided you like the plague. Oh, most of the time, it was either to ask for help or to insult me. After we ran into each other that night at the theater, he wrote me the next day. Go ahead, shoot. You must have tons of questions. A few. Did you know his family? Oh, I knew them very well. I spent the holidays with them. When I left him, he was so depressed his mom would call, asking me to take him back. It really freaked me out. But he said you had never set foot there, that he had never brought any girlfriends home. Why would he lie about that? I mean, we're 30. Obviously, we have exes. Seriously? He told me the same thing. That his ex never met his parents. I assumed he was lying. He's a pathological liar, you know? I just don't get it. I'm really sorry. Let me guess, he cheated on you. Me too, and I forgave him. Ultimately, I don't even think the cheating was the worst part. Plus, probably best not to know everything. What? He cheated on you too? He told me you were the love of his life, that he never cheated on you, that you were the one cheating on him, and that your current boyfriend was the one you cheated on him with for months. What an asshole. When we hooked up, he was cheating on his girlfriend with me. Then he told me he left her, but he was still sleeping with her. As for me, I never would have cheated on him. I was depressed for 6 months after we broke up. I met my current boyfriend several months after that. Sorry, but it makes me laugh today. He is so ridiculous. We talked about his lies and our similar experiences for 2 hours. When I left him, he accused me of sleeping around, whereas I was holed up at home in agony. Ditto, 4 days ago. I recently found out he was banging a colleague of mine at the time we were most crazy about each other. No. He was always telling me I was losing it, when in fact I was calm. Me too. The day I found out he had cheated, I had to stop him from jumping off the balcony. Oh no, he's a total drama queen. He'll never jump. He told me he'd get help, that he'd see a shrink. He promised me that for 2 years. Elementary, my dear Watson. I have another question. Don't judge me. I'm the one who's probably, I don't know, weird. One day, he had his umpteenth fit, a pretty violent one. The next day, I tried to talk about it calmly for the first time and finally get it out in the open. He told me it started with me. And it was like my mind did a backflip. I hit rock bottom. So, tell me, did he ever do that to you? Or am I a monster that drives people insane? Are you freaking kidding me? Those raging freaks outs he has? When he drinks and smashes everything and punches himself and bashes his head against the wall? He did that to me dozens of times. Mind blown. You okay? Peachy. Hey, sarcasm is my department. Everything was a lie. Hot air. Fake. Slick fucking castor oil. The correct expression is snake oil. Uh-oh, this can't be good. Not good at all. Marcus, it's me. Hey, good to hear your voice. How are you? I'm great. At Christmas, why did you tell me Louise never met your family when that wasn't true? You are so fucking paranoid. Do you realize that? You're batshit crazy. Will you answer the question? I wasn't lying. She never met them, okay? Who the hell told you that? I was over at Damien's. Louise was there. Hello? You know exactly why I lied about that. I had to. You freaked out in front of my entire family. I would have said anything. What? And so, on top of distress, sadness, malnutrition, and anguish, now came anger. Ah, anger. Is there any feeling worse than anger? I'm talking about real hard, dark anger, the one where the real world, becomes the flaming set for your sitcom from hell. The one that eats away at your gut ruthlessly, like a Looney Tunes dip. Not the dip! I hope that bastard croaks. But not because of something I do, like dies of dehydration. I was consumed by violent anger. It was the first time in my life I'd embraced such darkness. Just when I thought I had become the worst version of myself, there was a sinking to a new level. Hi there, what's your name? That relationship made me so pathetic. I would have traded my life for anything. I would have traded it for life as a Paris pigeon. How could I let him destroy me like this? Why is he doing all of this? How? To what end, damn it? You're angry. It's only normal. Just a tad. I think I have something that will help you. Read a few passages for next time, but take it slow. It's pretty intense. As she reads the stories, Acme Anvil falls on the head. And then, with simple words in a $20 book, the pieces start to fall together. The first book was painfully teaching me something critical. Apparently, Marcus was a bona fide manipulator. Scientific name for piece of shit. The first book dissected the events of the last few months that had made no sense to me. I was learning about concepts that I'd only been vaguely familiar with. I started taking notes. So was the book helpful? I feel as if the author was observing me and Marcus the whole time and taking notes. It's like looking at the truth under a microscope, an MRI of my life. But it's making me even angrier and I'm still unable to eat. Perfectly normal. We're not usually armed to deal with people like that, you know. Armed? That word stayed with me for days. It was the right word. I wasn't armed. I was caught off guard. Then again, nobody goes through chemo before they get cancer. That's ridiculous. Just in case, you never know. This was my moment to arm myself, get out of this mess, and never repeat it. There was no way I was going to allow this whole thing to become a pattern. And the only way to break a cycle is to bring about a real change. To arm yourself, you need to know who you are fighting. After dating a manipulator, it's impossible to get back on your feet and walk tall without the right weapons. That would be like trying to cure the plague with Tic Tacs. So, here are the arrows I collected for my quiver. 30 criterias to identify a manipulator. 1. He lays guilt trips on others in the name of family, friends, and love. He makes others believe that they have to be perfect. I can't change their minds. Let me read that over. He makes others believe they have to be perfect, can't change their minds, must know everything, and must respond immediately to questions and wants. 3. He uses the moral principles of others for his own needs: courtesy, humanity, solidarity, anti-racism, kindness, generosity, etc. 4. He calls into question the qualities, competence, and personalities of others. He criticizes, demeans, and judges. 5. He can be jealous. 6. He uses flattery to attract others, gives us presents, and suddenly pampers us. 7. He plays the victim, so people feel sorry for him. Exaggerated illnesses, complicated friendships, trouble relatives, too much work. 8. He avoids his responsibilities by transferring them into others. 9. He fails to clearly communicate his wants, needs, feelings, and opinions. 10. He often responds in a vague manner. 11. He changes the subject completely in the middle of a conversation. 12. He avoids or slips out on conversations, interviews, and meetings. 13. He has other people convey his messages for him. 14. He uses logical reasoning to disguise his requests. 15. He tells a lie to get at the truth, or he distorts and interprets. 16. He can't stand criticism and denies what's obvious. 17. He employs concealed threats or out-and-out blackmail. 18. He sows discord and creates suspicion. Using the divide and conquer approach, he can cause a couple to break up. 19. He changes his opinions, his behavior, and his feelings based on the people and the situation. 20. He lies. 21. He assumes other people are ignorant and makes them think he is superior. 22. He is egocentric. 23. His words come out as logical or coherent, whereas his attitude, actions, or lifestyle follow the opposite pattern. 24. He very often asks, orders, or gets other people to do things at the last minute. 25. He does not consider the rights, needs, and wants of others. 26. He ignores requests. even though he says he's taking care of them. 27. He instills a sense of malice or lack of freedom in others. 28. He makes us do things that we probably wouldn't have done on our own volition. 29. He's good at achieving his goals, but at the expense of others. 30. He is constantly the object of discussions, even when he's not there. If you've checked off more than 14 criteria, you are most likely dealing with a manipulator. We checked off 27 of them for Marcus. Careful. It's important to be honest here and not let yourself get carried away by anger, no matter how justified it is. Actually, why did you choose the term manipulator as opposed to narcissist, psychic vampire, or sociopath, or fat bastard? I picked the word manipulator, dummy, because it covers all the other ones. Basically, all the wonderful things Mother Nature came up with to ruin our lives. So why did I decide to put them all together? Because, according to research on the topic, what mainly sets them apart are the causes of the disorder and their deepest intentions. Preserved narcissists, there's birth, trauma, lack of attention, etc. Development of the disorder. Sociopaths and psychopaths from birth. It's the age-old debate of nature versus nurture. It is also said that psychic vampires don't actually take pleasure in hurting others. It's just that they don't give a damn, whereas preserved narcissists get a kick out of it. As for psychopaths, the pain of others makes them feel nothing. A fascinating debate, but one that for the time being has no definite answer, and which varies from one specialist theory to another, which, let's face it, probably won't help a victim feel better. So, instead, I chose to focus on the consequences for the victims. Besides, delving deeper into these terms is just another way to come up with excuses for them. It's not my fault I'm damaged. As long as we keep believing that manipulators are just poor kids with issues and that deep down they're sweethearts, we'll keep forgiving them for anything. We can feel sorry for the child they were, but not for the adult they've become. So, no matter what type of manipulator you're dealing with, the consequences for the victim are exactly the same. If you are sure the person is a genuine manipulator, then the subcategory doesn't matter. In essence, the bottle doesn't matter. What matters is weaning yourself off. To be perfectly frank, I never did understand what Marcus was exactly. He seemed to fit all three categories, but did that really matter? What I did know was that he was a destructive manipulator, and that was enough for me. And we are going to end it here, my dear, dear friends. So tune in next time. And let's see what happens as Sophie is healing and getting better. And please, if you have checked off more than 7 or 14 of those things, please be careful. If you need it, ask for help, get some help. I don't want anyone to go through that pain by themselves. And my dear friends, whenever this video reaches you, whether it be in the morning, afternoon, evening, or night, may you have a wonderful day. This has been Ruby, signing off.